New England Nationals, John Force's name lands very, very high on the list. Over the course of a decade, he won the race 3 times, won a Mission Too Fast, Too Tasty challenge, made finals, and capped those victories in some pretty dramatic ways. John's here this weekend with his race team, leading them to what he hopes is another victorious weekend in New Hampshire. Now, let's take a look back at 5 of John Force's most memorable moments here at New England Dragway. Number 5, a heaping helping of hole shot. In this second-round matchup against his teammate Robert Hight in 2014, John Force dialed up the best starting line performance of his day to take down the guy who was his largest legitimate threat in the other lane. When John staged a funny car, everyone, even his teammates, were mortal foes.
John once again rolled her in pretty deep at this end, and once again is going to come away with a hole shot win, at least on paper. 4:09.5, 314 miles an hour for John. Robert goes 4:06.7, 312 miles an hour.
Number 4, high performance and high emotions in 2015. The first time John Force won the New England Nationals was 2015, and in doing so, John gave one of his most emotionally charged and inspired top-end interviews ever. The raw passion here is palpable.
John Force, you mentioned it's the 143rd time that he savored a moment like this. I want to know how special it is when you beat a Don Schumacher opponent in the other lane for the Wally.
What's really special, I'm in Epping. I've got to take care of Auto Club New England. I've got to take care of Chevrolet right now. So many people, Lucas Oil, Mac Tool, people who have come in and stood by me, Traxxas, when I failed miserably. You know what I'm saying? Everything we could do wrong. And I ain't saying we can whip Schumacher. Him and I talked today. I ain't saying that, and I don't care about that. But they can say they're going to rip my throat out like Mike Dunn said that Perdome said, because he said it to me. But they'll never rip my heart out. You understand that? So right now, this trophy's going home to Peak, Old World Industries. You gave me a ride, and Traxxas and all you guys, but Emmerich, this is your goddamn trophy, and I love you, and that's the way the shit is.
Number 3, oh, you again. One of the defining features of John Force's New England Nationals history is the fact that he had so much success racing his own teammates. This was also the case in 2021, where he once again looked over and saw Robert Hight next to him in the other lane. This resulted, of course, in another classic final round.
John Force 0:54 reaction time, and at the finish line stripe, it's John Force for the 153rd time in his career. 397.2, 327 miles an hour.
Number 2, Warriors find a way to win. It wasn't just final rounds on Sunday John Force captured in Epping. He was also a Mission Too Fast, Too Tasty challenge winner in New Hampshire as well. Check out this showdown between he and Blake Alexander in 2024.
And it's going down to the finish line stripe for John Force. John Force runs 4:04.8 and wins on a hole shot.
Number 1, the poetic 157th Wally. The king versus the man who would be king in 2025. That was the scene last year in the Funny Car Final at New England Dragway. Austin Prock had mowed down one side of the ladder and John Force the other. They met and battled in dazzling fashion, concluding with an emotional moment at the top end.
They go down the racetrack, and at the finish line stripe for the 157th time, John forced around and everybody else found out. For the 157th time, John Force is going to bring home a Wally. Here are the folks from New England Dragway handing him his Wally here today. Pass it over to John. John, you had a heck of a final round there. That was a close race between your teammate, Austin Prock. What did it take to beat the kid?
Well, a lot of luck, trust me. I could go through all the sponsors. I've been doing that all day, and I think they've been cutting all my stuff. I'm just going to thank Peak and Chevrolet and Cornwell and AAA of Southern, AAA of Epping. And I just really mean it. I talk too much. I say too much. But I want to say something that really does matter. This kid, because I'm there, is going to replace me.